My name is Kendall Tyson. I'm the Senior Vice President of Finance and Business Intelligence for the Seattle Kraken. In my role, I oversee the strategic planning, the financial operations, and all of our analytics and reporting functions for our enterprise. When we started the Kraken and our enterprise, we were in build mode. It was very much a startup, and so everyone had their hand on everything. But I remember when we first dropped the puck, I remember thinking, wow, now how do we keep this thing in orbit? And the only way that was going to happen was with strong leadership. I think the most complex issue facing leaders in sports today is managing talent and their growth throughout your organization, creating professional development opportunities for them, and continuing to keep them motivated so that they can continue to add value within your organization as they grow in their careers. One of the interesting things about being in sports is that oftentimes you can get into the cycles of a season. Many of the activities, especially within finance, repeat season after season. And one of the things that I like to focus on with my team is providing them unique opportunities and ways to grow as professionals. And that includes reading different books, understanding what's happening in different industries, and oftentimes taking visits or phone calls with other teams to understand best practices outside of the NHL that may be happening in leagues, both here locally in the US as well as abroad. One of the important pieces that I really try to focus on is the reading. And making sure that you're not only reading what's happening within your own industry and within your own sport, but understanding the sports landscape as a whole, which is more than just the teams and the leagues, but taking a much more broad approach to what's happening across streaming, across retail, what's happening in sports betting. All of those pieces to the puzzle really affect what's happening within the teams and the leagues. And then the other piece that I really focus on is spending time just thinking. I think it can often be really challenging in a busy workday with meetings and busy schedules to carve out time, but I often realize the times when I'm able to put my best foot forward is when I've had just an hour or two to really just sit and think, read articles, think about how it affects our organization, and understand what the owner or senior leader's perspective might be on certain topics, and really get my own perspective on it. Being a part of Pro Sports Assembly represents an opportunity to knowledge share. I think this has been one of the most impactful experiences to really understand what's happening on the ground in a variety of disciplines at so many different teams and organizations. It's also an opportunity to learn as a collective, to have a shared experience in person that we can always reflect back on and use as a connection point as we build our relationships going forward. I'm Kendall Tyson, and we are Pro.